is Wednesday, the 26th of July, 2023, and today we're back here in the lovely sunshine at the Alton Towers Resort to bring you all the latest Nemesis construction updates.
So the zero-G roll has now been put into place, so we'll be sure to go up onto the Nemesis viewing platform and see that from above.
Yeah, definitely. Of course, going to get a few different angles of it, starting off down here on the ground level, and then we'll head up onto the observation platform and look at it there. Of course, it is also Charlotte's first time seeing the loop in place as well.
Yes, I didn't come the other day, so I'm going to see it now.
Charlotte was at home chilling out after the trip to Spain.
I was getting everything sorted by the time we'd come back, so I just sent Sean.
Here's me saying chilling out. She was at home doing the washing. But yeah, back here at Alton Towers, and yeah, it's actually a really nice day. We've also filmed a Summer of Fun vlog today from the event that's currently ongoing at the park. It's not really advertised anywhere, but you know what? The entertainment's fantastic, and that vlog will be coming up for you tomorrow. But yeah, let's have a look at Nemesis. Zero-G roll is now in. Okay then, let's start off over here on the rocks looking over to Nemesis, and wow, the zero-G roll does look fantastic. And straight away, it looks like the profiling's a little bit different on there, not much. Yeah, some slightly different profiling on there. And yeah, as I mentioned with the update a few days ago with the loop, where they've kind of beefed up the loop and the supports on there just to make it stronger and last even longer, of course, than the original Nemesis. Yeah, it looks like they've done the same there over on the zero-G roll. But yeah, we've got the camera again with a big zoom, so we can have a real close-up look at that. You can see the vane design on the back just there too. And yeah, panning here over to the right. It's a couple of different track sections that have gone into place there. And yeah, what really does look out of place now, of course, is the colour scheme of the station. As I mentioned in the previous update, changes are coming to the station, and that's already happened because the eyes have been removed now of the front of the monster itself, which, yeah, shows that we're going to be seeing some pretty big changes made to the station itself. Of course, from here we get a great view of that overbank. Show you that again from here. And all the vane effects just on there too. Up to the left-hand side of the site, we get a view of some pressure washing currently taking place. There's been a hell of a lot of pressure washer happening over the past few weeks here at the Nemesis site. And yeah, of course, soon we're going to be seeing that first corkscrew go into place, which is the first inversion of 5 on Nemesis, and the sections of track that'll all come down to the very intense helix, which is going to be, of course, wrapping around the monorail support there like it did before. From this angle, we also get a great view looking at the lift hill. So scaffolding's been up there for quite a few weeks now, and not a lot was really happening. However, you can see now they've added a primer coat of paint by the looks of it onto the lift hill there. Firstly, they pressure washed it. Yeah, it looks like they've added a primer, and then soon we'll see that painted to match the rest with the black. And hopefully the veins going up the lift hill there too. I'm sure we will do. It's just going to be harder for them to get that effect, isn't it? So obviously that was all done on the ground before the track was put into place. The lift hill's not been replaced because it didn't need to be. But yeah, they've obviously got to do that vane effect on there, and it will take a bit more time for them to do that. But yeah, another zoom in there at the zero-G roll. Inversion number 2 on Nemesis, and of course inversion number 3 there just behind, which is the loop. And I do think it looks fantastic. I really like this angle from here as well. There's only the one bit that I'm a little bit concerned about. I mentioned it a few updates back, and you can't really see it from here, but yeah, it's right up against behind this fence where the kind of vane effect stops just over here. I really hope they can kind of sort that out before the ride opens in spring 2024 if all goes to plan. Yeah, really impressed with what we're seeing. Let's go and have a closer look up against the fence over there. And of course, Charlotte's first time seeing the loop. What are you thinking now, Charlotte?
Oh, it looks absolutely fantastic. The only thing that lets it down is obviously the station, but we know that that's being done. But oh, it looks really good, doesn't it?
They're making some good progress as well now.
They are. It's moving along quite fast.
Yeah, definitely. Lots of pressure washing going on up there. It's going to look spick and span when all of it's done.
They need to keep on top of it.
They do need to keep on top of it. Something else that I find quite interesting. Obviously, Nemesis is looking really fresh now. Are we going to see, and this is purely speculation, are we going to see the monorail at least cleaned or painted? Because obviously it runs right across here. It looks really old and dirty. Could we maybe see the track painted on the monorail and at least that support there? Probably something that Alton Towers maybe haven't even thought about at this stage, but the track looks so fresh. The whole area is going to look great. All the rocks pressure washed and that sort of thing. And then you've got the monorail, it looks quite dirty above it. So maybe we could see that painted. I'd like to see it painted black to match the track. Probably not with the vein effect, obviously, because that isn't the monster, but maybe just black to match all the way through. Like I said about Alton Towers, probably haven't even thought about that yet, but gives them something to think about if they watch this video. Yeah, because it looks a bit grimy, that does now, doesn't it, compared to Nemesis looking fresh. Good thing is, though, of course, we are only in July 2023. Expected opening probably of March 2024 for this. We've got plenty of time to do lots of TLC around Forbidden Valley. And before we head up onto the observation platform for a better view of that zero-G roll, thought we'd freshen up a little bit and start down here by talking about the station. Yeah, as you can see, more scaffolding going into place. No major work has started yet. However, with them removing the eyes off the front of the beast, I think that we're going to be seeing a lot more work happening soon on the station itself. And yeah, obviously it's been quite a while now since they removed that fake B&M track that was like the arms and legs of the beast itself, of Nemesis, pinned down with steel, as they said in the storyline. And yeah, they used to come out of the holes just there on the side. Yeah, they got took out quite a while ago now. But yeah, lots of scaffolding coming in, as we can see there, for work on the station. As we move over to the right hand side here, this is quite interesting. So yeah, you got a couple of bits here. Firstly, all these cut out wooden pieces, that looks really quite interesting there. Some of the detailing and shapes on those. Is that for new theming, or is it maybe for a model of what they're doing? Or I'm really not too sure. But yeah, it looks quite interesting. I mean, they're about what, 1.5 meters in length, I'd say. But yeah, I've not seen those down here before. And yeah, look at some of the shaping on that there. Obviously being done to that shape for a reason. So yeah, that looks pretty interesting. And just off to the right of there, you can see all the wooden structure that's been made as well. Possibly for some more theming, or is that a wall going into place? I'm not too sure. Obviously it's just been made here at the side and looks like it'll be lifted in at some point. But yeah, maybe this is all to do with the station itself and the redo that looks like is starting very soon there with the scaffolding going into place. But yeah, quite interesting that. And another look at that wooden structure from here in the coffee lounge. And yeah, a view down towards the station itself over there too. And all that scaffolding that's going into place. Oh, now this is one of my favourite angles, looking over at the Nemesis construction. A little bit further along here where there's a little hole in the door. And yeah, you can see that piece of track here with the veins that we've been talking about. This is the only bit that concerns me really at the moment. You can kind of see a bit of the veins on the bottom there. But I really hope they sort this out before it opens next year, because it just doesn't look great from this angle, does it, when you look at it there? It's like it's missing it. Oh, there we go. There's that big wooden structure going down the bottom. Oh, that's quite interesting. That's literally what we saw just over at the side. Looks like that's going down towards the station. There we go, talk about timing. And yeah, another look there at the zero-G roll, went into place a couple of days ago. And yeah, you can see how it's slightly different profiling. We'll probably get a better angle of that further back, but still always good to come and see it from this angle. And yeah, you can see how the eyes have been removed as well on the front of the monster. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen with those. Like I said, I'd love to see them animated, maybe like a screen or animatronic, so they could blink as the train goes past, maybe like a roaring sound effect as well. Make it feel like the creature, the beast, is actually coming alive. And we're gradually making our way closer to the observation platform, but I always like to show you lots of different angles. And yeah, here's a great one with the Nemesis archway. And yeah, we can zoom right in on this camera over to another angle there of the zero-G roll. Of course, we're going to see it even better in a moment up on the platform. Yeah, it's like showing you as many different angles that I can do. You can really see the twist on there. It looks like you're not going to be on your back for as long as you were before there. It looks a bit more compact instead of as stretched out as it used to. And we're now just making our way up here onto the Nemesis observation platform, so we can come and get a view from up here, looking over the site, and of course bringing all those latest updates, as we always do here at Theme Park Worldwide. It's always really exciting though having a project like this, especially at our home park, something that we can follow every few days. Yeah, it really is great. So we're up here now on the observation platform where we get a fantastic view, of course looking out over the construction site. I'm going to miss coming up here next year. You know, it's been great watching the Nemesis progress from up on this platform. And yeah, there's a look at the zero-G roll. It's gone into place just there. And yeah, you can see from this angle how it's got some slightly different profiling by the looks of it.
Lab 9005901130003. Scientific testing is in progress at this site.
There you go. I think we're going to know all these announcements off by heart by the time the end of the year comes. But yeah, there you go. I've got to say though, overall, it is looking fantastic. I'm a big fan of the new colour scheme, and yeah, the loop looks awesome over there too. Of course, it really makes you think now as well about what colour the trains are going to be on Nemesis when it's reborn next year. And yeah, the eagle-eyed viewers may have noticed they've actually started painting part of the station, the monster itself just there. So yeah, all this scaffolding's gone in. Yeah, they've started to paint it. I'm quite surprised they've actually started painting that. I thought we were going to see them completely re-fiberglass that because it was looking quite tired. Yeah, they decided just to paint that straight on, which is interesting.
Everything is under control.
Yeah, like you can see at the top there, I was really hoping that would all be re-fiberglassed and replaced, but yeah, they're deciding just to paint it. Unless that's a bit of a test to see how it's going to look. I'm not too sure. Maybe they've just done that little bit and they're going to start a few different bits on there to kind of sample it, possibly adding some greys on the top and some other colours, maybe some splats of blood. But yeah, that's quite interesting how they've done that, because a lot of the station really needs some major TLC, more than just repainting. However, I'm sure they've got it covered. I mean, is that just going to be a test corner or not? I guess we'll find out over the next few days if they're going to do more of it. But yeah, I was really expecting them to be tearing down a lot of it and replacing it, mainly because you start zooming in on sections, it looks really, really tired, in a poor state, doesn't it? Now look at this down here. Yeah, so hopefully we're going to see more than just painting. All the scaffolding at the back, and it's getting very noisy. Doing some pressure washing. Also, you can see how the eyes have been removed down there at the front too. We're just down here. And there you go. That's your update for Nemesis today for you all. But yeah, look at that 0G roll. A bit of the paintwork starting, possibly just a sample. Well, maybe that's starting the real thing. I highly doubt it though. I mean, surely they're going to want to replace a lot of that fiberglass. A lot of it's 1994 original. We'll see what happens. Nemesis. So we're outside of the park then now for the final part of today's Nemesis construction update. Charlotte's got the hood up now.
It's raining now. It was sunny when we started this and now it's raining again.
Can't believe it. What's with this weather?
Summer. What's going on?
Apparently it's summer. Yeah, I don't think there's been any further changes just out here, but I thought we'd come and have a look anyway, because you never know. And yeah, not many more track sections and supports, of course, to go in place really. I still love this though. You can park right next door to the Nemesis track. And yeah, I don't think there'll be much more left to be delivered now, or maybe this is all of it. I'm not too sure. Or maybe we're a light on a few track sections possibly still. But yeah, as you can see, lots of supports and track here on the car park. And yeah, you can see these are definitely for the downward helix, of course, underneath the monorail. Because yeah, you can see the grey just on the side here. That looks like it'll be where it's buried, hence why you've got the change in colour scheme there. So that'll be the bit that you see that's black, and you've got the buried section just over there. And yeah, you can see these are much thicker, chunkier supports than they were before. And of course there's an additional support on that downward helix as well, because that's the part of the ride that's got the most pressure. Yeah, you've got more supports than track, but yeah, I think there's still a few more track sections to come down actually, looking at this. But yeah, there's a lot of supports here. Maybe all the remaining supports are in place. You've got some taller ones just over there. Yeah, quite possibly so. But what another action-packed update. You look really funny there, Charlotte, with your hood up.
I'm just so glad that you gave it me to protect me from the rain.
Yeah, I brought that for me.
I didn't bring the coat, so you was like, you can use mine.
Who doesn't bring a coat to Alton Towers in the summer? Hopefully the weather will pick up soon, I really do hope so. But there we go, that brings to the end of today's Nemesis construction update. Lots going on this week. Of course, we had the loop installed early in the week, the 0G roll that's gone into place, and now starting work there on the station. I'm really hoping they're not cheaped out when it comes to just repainting the station. I was hoping they're going to replace some of the bits on there.
I was really hoping they was going to replace it. With how old it is and for how long Nemesis is going to run for now, they needed to replace it really.
I think so, especially when you look up close to a lot of that. It was looking really tired and like it completely needed replacing. And even so, they might fix up them bits, of course, that were broken. I'm sure they will do. But then some of the older bits are probably going to break again in the next few years.
I know, it needed completely replacing.
I'm really hoping that's just like a paint test or sample on the side, and then they are going to actually replace a lot of it. But I guess we'll see what happens. However, based on that, they've done quite a large area. Maybe that is going to be the start of the finished result, so to speak. I'm sure that's just the first layer though of paint. They're probably going to do a lot of detailing on there, some different shades of black and grey, maybe some red on there too. Obviously the eyes have gone away, so we know they're being worked on somewhere else, probably up at the studios that they've got, which is actually behind the world of David Walliams. They've got the big studios up there for Merlin magic making, and that's where they build a lot of the props and work things out. But still, another exciting update though.
Yeah, there's so much going on. It's just nice to see it finally coming all together.
It is, it's weird because a few months ago there was nothing there, you know, it was just foundation work, and here we are now, and most of Nemesis has been rebuilt, and you've just got a few more sections, of course, left to go in, including, of course, the first inversion, which is the big corkscrew, and then also that downward helix, and a couple of sections after that, and the first drop. So yeah, a lot of it's in now. I'd say maybe 70% of the track's complete, and we've been loving covering it here so far on Theme Park Worldwide. Like I said earlier in the vlog, we have done an Alton Towers Summer of Fun vlog, and that's coming up tomorrow for you, because we enjoyed the shows, didn't we?
Oh, it was so good seeing Alton Bear having a boogie.
Hey, yeah, it was great, that was, and yeah, it took us by surprise actually how good that was based on some of the entertainment we've had here this year. So stay tuned for that vlog. It'll be coming up tomorrow here on the channel. But from Nemesis, that leaves us with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding. See you in tomorrow's vlog.